Yeah, I'm looking good. I'm back, baby.
Duke Nukem Forever. Let me start off by saying the game's not bad as many make it out to be. While it isn't a AAA title, I believe it was never meant to be, and people have put up unrealistically high expectations over the course of years. I found that most of the game was enjoyable, and I've spent about 14 hours on my first clear. In retrospect, I don't know if I slept through some of the more boringly paced sections, but more on that later. While I won't be going over many spoilers, as some elements have to be mentioned in order to review the game, so if you don't want any spoilers, please turn the review off right now. Let's start off with some pros. The multiplayer. Well, the multiplayer mode is fun, and no way around that, and defending the capture points in team or straight up old school deathmatches, they were enjoyable. The game allows you to alter your appearance and to earn trophies for your dig. I believe this type of achievement rewarding is pretty nifty, and it gives an extra dimension to the whole multiplayer. While you shoot people and do all kinds of stuff, you get achievements and you get XP, and with the XP you get levels, and with the levels and with the achievements you get unlockables in your dig.
You can polish my brass anytime.
I surrender to you, Monsieur Duke. I surrender.
And looking around your dig at your virtual trophies, it's fun. The second point up is the crude humor. Especially in the single player experience, it's full of it.
Got some pork for my little sweet and sour.
And that's really what Duke Nukem is for. While some of you put a lame stamp on the Duke humor, or say that it isn't what it used to be, I believe that you forgot what Duke was like. The pink nostalgic glasses can do that to people, and there are plenty of pop culture punchlines in this game. There are stereotypes in this game, and, well, it lightens up the atmosphere, like Duke always did. For example, jokes about Halo and Half-Life 3, or the Spice Girl beer taps in Duke's dig. The third one up is the minigames. There's quite a few interactive elements in the game, and it really feels like the game's built around them. Some aren't really worth the title of minigame and are just like something to do on the side, but there are really some nice things, such as the pool table and pinball machine. Sadly, I was unlucky enough to get my first ball stuck on the first pinball machine you encounter, and I couldn't really be asked to reload the last checkpoint just because of this stupid bug. The monster truck minigame, if you can even call that a minigame, was overused. This card really gets pulled too much. You have to go out and fetch fuel for umpteen times, and it felt like lazy storytelling, just dragging you from one story bit to another with nothing to connect them really. I can even imagine how it went while developing. Hey, we have to do 3 more areas and add mobs and make players kill them.
Oh, no worries, Bob. Just let him run out of gas a few more times.
Oh, that's a great idea. Why didn't I think of it myself?
Okay, now we'll go and continue with the cons of the game. We start with Ego. Ego is the HP system in the game, and it's flawed in more ways than one. The system reminds me of NES games, where you have a huge HP bar, but one-shotting mobs can kill you at any point. It's not like that in Duke Nukem Forever. Playing on normal, I found that at times I didn't have a split second to react to the pickup jumping in my face, tearing it off, and boom, I'm on the loading screen. I have to give the guys credit though for calling it Ego. It shows that at least somebody on the dev team had a really decent sense of humor. Second con is the pacing. I find the game horribly paced, and it's really an issue, and it starts right at the first scene. You're forced literally to dick around in the toilet. The game pacing feels off because, well, the pacing takes itself too serious, and it seems to try to come off as a sort of horror game and really as sightseeing not as much as an interactive experience. It doesn't work out that well with the outdated graphics and naked girl statues and magazines all over the place. There's no horror factor here, and, well, frankly, there isn't much to glance at on the graphical side, really. While the design is okay, it doesn't really work out that well. There's times where you don't meet a single enemy for like 15 minutes, and then bam, suddenly there's 3 cops in your face and you're dead. Yeah, it didn't really work out that well. Blur and texturing. Well, anytime you zoom in, the world turns into a weird and nauseating blur. In my run, I have tried to zoom in as little as possible. It made it hard to aim for me. The background seems to turn into a lower resolution than it already is, and it feels off. In general, the texture and the models do feel dated, but it didn't bother me too much. Most of the playthrough it was okay. What did bother me was the brownish, serious Gears of War type of look that it had. While I think most of the game has been designed with a lot of love, and you can see it up to a degree, it's too dark. There's not enough lighting and there's too many shades of brown. Last on the list is cover-based shooting. While many reviewers and critics dislike knee-high walls, this game really had me feeling like it was lacking those. The gameplay with the ego, well, you get shot once or twice and you're almost dead.
I don't understand any of it, but I bet if I did, that guy over there would still have his arm. And at least one of his balls. Go get him, Duke, you got this!
With normal cover, you have to run around and try to hide behind like a box or a rock or whatever. It doesn't feel very heroic and doesn't feel like Duke at all. Having to run off and hide behind a box? No, that's not very Duke.
Hey pal, what are you gonna do? Save the world all by yourself? Here they come! Watch out! Incoming! Alright, we got him.
And while, yeah, I dislike knee-high walls, in this case it would be appropriate. I can see Duke hiding behind a wall and just have his gun out and shooting at the aliens. But, well, we've run out of ego. So what's the conclusion? What's the final verdict? Well, if you like crude humor and you want to experience the Duke, I say pick up the title. Not really that expensive anymore. But don't put your expectations too high. It is enjoyable, but it has quite some flaws, as I mentioned before. I rate the game 6 strippers out of 10. If you enjoyed this review and want me to do more reviews, please like this video and leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching, bye.